Hey, this is Bowen. We're here at the Papa facility just outside Pittsburgh playing some 8-Ball Deluxe. It's one of the best-selling games, pinball machines of all time. Roughly 20,000 of these made in 1981 and thereabouts. It's a single-ball game with a number of targets to shoot. Basically, the more accurate your shooting is in this game, the better you'll play, but there are also a few things to watch out for in the nudging. So this still bridges the gap between shooting games and games where your control of the playfield with your hands makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference in this game. But we'll talk strategy as well. Strategy does vary in 8-Ball Deluxe from a game where extra balls are being awarded to a game where extra balls aren't awarded. It makes the first ball more important because 8-Ball Deluxe is a game where bonus carries over from ball to ball. So you really want to try and immediately rack as many of the balls 1 through 7 or 9 through 15, depending on whether you're an odd or even player, and make as many of these, and ideally make the 8-ball right on their first ball. That would be a perfect start. That means getting the ball over to the left flipper is important, and don't forget that Bally drop targets are in effect, so it's quite possible to miss a drop target altogether here. Now from the right flipper, you might say, well, there's not much to do. There are a couple things to do. One shot is the multiplier shot, but you tend not to want to go for that early in the game because right now the multiplier shot is only worth 14,000. A second shot that's probably more worth going for is this lane shot to the left, but even that's not very valuable in a game where you're not playing for extra balls. The best thing to do actually is to get the ball back to the left flipper or pop it out. We'll do some tap passing later on to see if I can pull off a few of those, but initially, and the way I first approached this game is to try and do a post transfer to roll it over to the left that way. So if it comes off there, now you might have noticed there that it came off a little high. Not high enough to get over a post transfer, but I'm going to use that to my advantage. If it rolls that same spot, I'm going to dink it as soon as it gets to the top of the flipper and try to make more balls. So let's try that again. And there is a very poorly played transfer, but I'm getting away with it. The other feature, one feature to know about that some players don't, is the fact that completing A, B, and C, A and B at the top and the C, D down the bottom, C and D are often linked together, so if you make one, you get both. If you can make all of those, it will award you 1 or 2 pool balls depending on settings. So at this point, I'm actually going to shoot through the lane all the way to the top and try to complete A, B, C, D to get credit for that last ball that I need. Here is where nudging takes over. You want to really have to nudge to get that. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. But I got the 6-ball ready to go. Now the 8-ball is ready. So 8-ball is the ideal outcome for the first ball because you'll get this 56,000 super bonus that you'll be able to carry over with you for the rest of the game and get the balls. Basically, when you get 8-ball lid in this game, you want to abandon everything else that's going on and shoot that 8-ball, especially if it's not your final ball of the game. Behind the 8-ball is a collect bonus saucer. So if you can get the ball in there too, you can stand to make a ton of points real quick, especially later in the game. But early on, you want to make that 8-ball as quick as you can. It can be made from any of the 3 flippers, but of course the easiest one is the lower left. I shot it, I think, a little too early first time, so that's a little too late. Here I'm trying to get it, stay away from that out lane, and we'll see if I can pull off a post transfer here. No, just some poor shooting on my part, but it's the nudging that's allowing me to survive right now. So there's the completion of A, B, C, D. Doesn't give you the 8-ball. It doesn't matter what you get there, but you notice I nudged to get the try to get the A. The A is a little safer. It tends to be less likely to drain off of the A than from the B. And I'm back, finally. That was a long, arduous trek to try and get back to the left. I missed the shot too far to the right last time, so let's go earlier. And again, it was missed a little too late. There I used the upper flipper as a stopper to get the ball to drop back down to my lower left. Still shooting too late on this. There it is. In 8-Ball Deluxe, after you complete the bank of drop targets, these spot targets come up called Deluxe. They are completely ignorable during competition play if you're not playing for specials, if you're not playing for replays. Those just do not matter at all, and you should never aim for them. Except on some settings, completing Deluxe re-racks the balls. 8-Ball Deluxe is a game where there are a lot of different software options, and it's useful to know what the software options are to know whether going for Deluxe is valuable. But in general, going for Deluxe is not valuable, and what you should do at this point is start aiming for the lanes, which are increasing in value towards 70,000 a shot. Shoot for multipliers, which at this point are worth 56,000 a shot, and just cash in things. The main cash in being the saucer in the upper right, which is the bonus collect. So there, I'm going to try for that saucer. If I can get into that saucer, I will get... Oh, I will get hosed. But that's okay. Oh, I'll get hosed twice. All right, well, let's not go for that anymore, I suppose. Let's go for it anyway. But, yeah. So anyway, that usually doesn't happen, but it can happen. And obviously, when it does happen, you get a little hosed by the machine, but that's pinball. Seeing as how that wasn't working, I'm going to try to rack my bonus a little bit, get my multipliers up. The lane on the left is right now worth 50,000, so let's go for that. It's a safer shot. The multiplier is worth 56,000 to me right now, but the lane shot is safe, well, assuming I don't rick it really badly like I just did. And now that I'm on the left again, I'll go for the collect bonus. There, when the ball was coming back down off the 8-ball, I give the machine a push like that, pushes the ball a little bit further left, which avoids the center drain possibility after coming down from that 8-ball. And there's 3 screw jobs out of the collect bonus, so hopefully that will be tuned up a little bit before the next Pinburger Papa tournament. 50,000 lane, A, B, C, D, 4th completion, and center drain. Really wasn't anything to do about that. Good starting ball. Now we're in the ball 2. The ball's re-racked because I finished the 8-ball. And multiplier is now going to become more valuable because the multiplier is already worth 56,000 even at the start of the ball.